All right, y'all. Once again, we back in the building with another episode of Check the Credits podcast. Check the Credit podcast is where we pay homage, salute, and show respect to some people who do some amazing things behind the scenes that sometimes you guys don't get to know who they are, especially in today's climate where you can't technically check the credits a lot. You know what I mean? So, we got an amazing guest on here today, man. Right now, we dealing with somebody who's worked with the likes of Ariana Grande, J-Lo, Coi Leray, Eric Bellinger, Young Jock. And we took a little spin this time. We got a songwriter artist on here today. We got a writer, songwriter artist today. You know what I mean? Billboard award winner, VMA award winner, certified gold writer. You know what I mean? Not like the Boguito Plex y'all out here getting with your names. You're just throwing your names on stuff, bro. You know what I mean? This is certified, RIAA certified. Today, none other in the building, we got my boy Big A Prado. What's going on, my brother?
What's good? What's good, Chop?
Hey, man, we in the building. We doing what we do. You know what I mean? Good to have you in here, man. Appreciate you for joining us, brother.
Man, I appreciate you having me for sure.
Most definite, bro. Like I said, we always start off naming some of the artists or producers and things that you work with, but we want you to tap into giving us some of the names of the records. You know what I mean? The titles of some of these joints that you wrote on.
All right, so my biggest one to date is the Jennifer Lopez Dinero record featuring Cardi B and DJ Khalid. That's the biggest one I got out right now. My first credited song was Gorilla Zoe, I Got It.
Okay. Gorilla Zoe. Shout out Gorilla Zoe.
Shout out Zoe. That's my boy. That's my dog. That's my first one. Man, I ain't gonna lie. That album, I wrote on a lot of the songs. A lot of them. But at that time, I was just getting my foot in the door, so I didn't get credit for
Hey, you gotta pay your dues. You paid your dues.
You know what I'm saying? Pay my dues. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
So, and then I did the Cali record, UonU, featuring
Bleu. Okay.
Cali, UonU, 2 on Lakia. I forget what project it was, but I did 2 on that project as well. Just the hooks. Kia don't play. She get down with them bars, but you know what I'm saying? Sometimes artists be needing a little help on the hook side, because you know what I'm saying, they ain't got.
That's what it is.
You know what I'm saying? That hook got a hit. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact. That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes artists do write their own stuff, but sometimes the hook, you know what I'm saying? A catchy hook is a catchy hook. It's not about you got to discredit somebody because they got help on the hook. Nah, man. A catchphrase is a catchphrase.
That's what it is, man. You're making songs, right? That's what it is. You got to make a complete song. There you go.
As the people say in the industry, records.
You make it records. Facts, bro. Also, a friend of the podcast, you know what I'm saying, an alumni that's been on here, my boy Focus.
Oh yeah.
I see you work with the great legendary producer Focus, Cheese Beats.
Yeah.
Okay, definitely. I see that. So we going, first of all, where you from? Let the people know where you're from.
Panamanian blood, but I'm from Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay.
College Park to be exact.
Oh, okay. So he grew here, he flew here.
You know what I'm saying?
As they say, right? So you from here. Okay, from the trenches. We
born and raised, yeah.
Okay, we came and bombarded on your turf. My bad. My apologies. My apologies, my brother. Dope. And so if you can't, like, what, I know you, so I know you're an artist as well. But what kind of puts you in the mindset like, hey, I'm gonna write for some people? Where did that come about?
Yeah, I'm an artist first, songwriter second, engineer third. But just really engineering got me into songwriting. Honestly, I was the head engineer at Block ENT when I was a teenager. You know,
okay.
I was the lead engineer up there, and just being in the studio with artists. You know, artists at that time, they was doing the whole, I ain't writing nothing down. I'm just going in the booth and freestyling.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, line by line. But my mind worked quicker than the average man whenever we in the studio. So I'm lending lines and they taking the lines because what I'm saying is hard.
Yeah.
So they taking the line. So whenever they take the line, that's me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Got me into it for real, and then it just started becoming a habit to where everybody around the studio started hearing like, "Oh, Big Boy hard." You know what I'm saying? Big bro hard. Like, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my dog Tomcat. That's who pulled me in.
Oh, okay.
I was an
Shout out
intern up
Tomcat.
there. I was an intern up there, and Block was real big on the interns having to do street team work and go hang up posters. And I'm not doing it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not doing it. Sorry, Block, not
Okay.
doing it. So, but Tomcat used to be like, man, fuck all that. Just come in the studio with me. You know what I'm saying? So I went in the studio with Tom and then started working while he was in there. He might walk out the room and then just be gone for hours, but I would just be in there working with the artists, and I built the rapport with all the artists. And the first artist up there that had everybody like, "Oh, Big Boy hard," is Big G. Big G, one of the hardest. Big G is one of the hardest
Boys in the
rappers
hood.
I ever met in my life. I'm to my Edgewood. I'm to my Hey man, my boy so hard. I wish Gee was still rapping, um
Word.
but he the first one that had people like, boy, he hard. You gotta start booking me with him. And then
Got you.
that's how more or less everything started happening. But yeah, man, just that's how I got into writing though. That's how I got my first placements.
Okay, that's dope. That's
Yeah.
real dope. That's something I didn't even know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so um, I because you started out in that era of being in the studio with the artists, I always ask this question: which do you prefer? Do you like being in the studio with the artists, getting the ideas and knowing what they want you to write about and concepts, or just going in the studio, banging out a bunch of records and emailing them off and
Man, I
seeing what
love being in
sticks?
the studio with the artists. Like I love building a rapport. I'm gonna tell you, anytime I'm writing a song for artists, I sit down and do homework with them. Like I damn near
Mm-hmm.
interview them, and then we put that situation into a record. You know what I'm saying? And those be the ones that stick because now they're talking about something they actually been through. Whenever you just writing for an artist and sending it to them, you just gotta guess and think,
Right.
maybe they'll say this, maybe they'll say that. You know what I'm saying? And that's the weakest shit ever for me.
Okay, yeah, yeah. I
Part of
mean,
my
me
language,
personally.
by the way,
No, you good. You good. I personally prefer the same thing. I want to be in the studio. I want to
for sure.
create an atmosphere and a vibe and know what's what. And also, you got a better chance of those records landing and sticking and staying.
Man, let me tell
You know
you
what I mean?
something, man. I don't me and you know Alexis Renee. Man,
Yes, sir.
we done done so many records that we just and that be the thing, bro. You wasting your creativity to fall on deaf ears and to fall in deaf hands because they don't give a damn. They not gonna listen to it. These artists are getting over 1,000 songs submitted to them.
Yeah,
Better believe only 14 of them getting heard out of 1,000.
yeah. No, that's a
No,
fact.
it's not one A&R out here that listens to all 5,000 songs that get submitted for an artist. It's not one out here. Not
Yeah,
one. I can't stand it. I ignore A&Rs a lot of times when they hit my phone like, yo, you in town? If it's for a camp, I'm not. I'm not.
yeah,
I'm not. If the artist ain't there, bro, I don't really care to be there. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? That's why I love the situation I got with my publishing team that I'm signed to now.
Okay. Who's that? Let everybody know who that is.
I'm signed to Champagne Therapy Music Group and Pulse Publishing.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
man.
Shout out Tommy Brown. That's what's up.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
That's my brother.
we need him on here too. He got a lot of credits that people need to know about him too as well. He's another dope producer under the radar.
Probably make that happen for you. You know, Tommy Brown was voted the number one producer in the world at a point in time.
Exactly.
And then Mr.
Exactly.
Franks, who was also signed to Champagne Therapy,
Yeah.
he was voted number two producer in
Dope.
the world.
Dope. So you sitting and standing next to some legendary and some extremely talented people, bro. You're only gonna go up from there. There's
Exactly.
nowhere else to go but up, bro.
Nah, that's a real thing.
And so what is your I know also see you work with Coi Leray.
Yeah,
What is that like for the people out there right now? Because Coi Leray is on fire right now. What
fire.
First of all, how did that happen, and what's that like?
Tommy Brown being
Okay,
on you. And you know, Tommy, he deal with a lot of pop music.
yes,
But when
sir.
it comes to that rap, he gonna hit Big A. He gonna hit Big A. He gonna hit Steez. He gonna hit my boy Cortland. He gonna hit Bay. He gonna hit us like, hey, we got some rap stuff going on. You got to push up and be a part of this. So what happened was we was over there one day, and then we saw this guy come through the house, and we didn't know who it was. Come to find out that it was the boy Saint. So boom.
Okay.
So we see him go into the room and chop it up with Tommy, and then all of a sudden Tommy come back in after he leave like, hey, we got Coi coming. I don't know exactly what date, but she coming. I need y'all in there with her. Me, Taylor Hill, and Skeezer Leo. We was in there with Coi, and it's high energy. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of honesty. It's a lot of
Okay.
realness going on in the room
Okay.
when we working with Coi. It ain't no, you can't be soft in the room with Coi. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Dope,
you can't be
dope.
soft in any room, but you know what I'm saying? With Coi, she gonna be as blunt with you as you are with her. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't never been one to hold my tongue.
Dope. And I know, obviously if you wrote for J Lo and Ariana Grande, that means you're not just a rapper writing rap songs, bro. That means you're writing
Yeah.
some R&B and pop records, bro. How what's that transition like for you being from the ATL, College Park to be exact, work coming up in the studio with Gorilla Zoe and all of them and
Yeah.
Big E? Where's the transition? How that happen?
What happened was I always been an all around music and I love R&B music. You know what I'm saying? So I used to listen to a lot of LL and shit too, like and Fabulous and people that was dropping girl songs. Like that's always been
Yeah,
my thing. Like because I always felt like that's what's gonna get you in that billboard. As a man,
that's a
I
fact.
mix that hip hop and R&B a lot in my music. You know what I'm saying? So boom. So it really wasn't a big transition for me. It was just being in the room with the right people. Like I don't have good melodies like that.
Okay.
I work with Taylor Hill close a lot, which is a legend in the making that you will find out about soon. And so whenever we was working, he would have the melodies and I would have the words, and I would work with my boy Darius Coleman, Mr. Parker, and we would just
Okay.
create. Cortland, Jabray, we go crazy. So that was it though. It ain't hard for me because love is real. So and I know how to talk about it. So that's all that mattered to me.
There you go. There you go. And I mean, so what are some of the producers that you work with too? I know you obviously if you're doing these records and you're working with this level of artists, you got to be working with similar levels of producers as well.
Yeah. Okay. So of course, like I said, Tommy Brown, of course, Mr. Franks, Mr. Parker, Taylor Hill is also a producer. I'm working with Mob. I'm working. These are everybody signing Champagne Therapy. But it's the most amazing team of producers you want to be
Okay.
involved. But outside of that, in Atlanta, I'm working with Cheese Beats. I'm working with
Okay.
Sneed, my boy Sneed. That's my
Yes,
go-to.
indeed. That
Yes,
dude
indeed,
Sneed.
Sneed. That need to be his name. Yes, indeed, Sneed.
Indeed.
You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Because that's my go-to. Sneed don't miss to me. You know what I'm
Got
saying?
you.
Like, and I'm big on working. I'm big on working with YouTube producers, bro. As many people talk down on that, I'm big on working with YouTube producers because I'm a reach out to the producer personally and create
There
a
you go.
rapport and
There
start,
you
you know what I'm
go.
saying, getting the beats that ain't on YouTube. So like Jabari, Dutchy,
That's a fact. That's a fact. But that's the do your due diligence. Build a rapport. This is something important to let people know and teach people. It's nothing wrong with getting beats off BeatStars and YouTube. Just do the right thing by the producers and anybody collaborating, getting the credits and getting everything ironed out from an administrative standpoint so you can make money. This is a business, so we can make money and keep growing and help, building other careers as well, bro. So that's dope that you mentioned that you build a rapport with them. You don't just grab beats off YouTube and it's over. You know what I mean? And so I got another question because I'm starting a new campaign. I'm getting the shirts. We about to get a street team with this. We going with the no hard drive music, bro. All right. And what that basically means is uh and we had a encounter this. I went to the studio over there with you. And you played me records. This was probably a year and a half ago. This nigga played me record upon record upon record with features, with this, with that, and they all sitting on your hard drive. I need that music out here. This is something that is plaguing the industry. It's a lot of dope music sitting on people's hard drives, and niggas having aux battles, and we in studios playing it off each other's phone. What's going on? We need to put this music out in the marketplace, bro. What's going on? We getting into Big A Prado, the artist. What's going on? What we doing?
I'm so guilty of hoarding music, good music, because I feel like my reach not long enough to where that song got potential to reach. And I'm gonna tell you, man, as an artist, bro, the biggest thing that we face as artists are knowing the right people to hire, knowing the right connections to have to be able to create that mustard seed to a mustard tree. If you know what I'm saying, like that's a real thing, bro, because if if you put an alligator in a small enough pond, it won't grow bigger than the pond. Put an alligator in bigger
Understood.
waters, it'll grow to a monster. And we working with small ponds out here as artists because we not able to get on playlists. We not able to, you know what I'm saying, reach thousands of people at a time because it's damn near impossible if you don't know the right people to do it. And so many people doing fake stuff nowadays that you don't know what's real.
My answer to that, and I will always say, in this day and time, now maybe 10, 15 years ago, even 5 years ago, I probably said and agree with you 100%. But we're in the era of the internet. The era of the internet disputes all of that because none of that really matters. It doesn't take thousands, hundreds, millions. It takes the one person to share with another person to get it in front of the right person to take it there. And because the constant grind and the consistency that we have with, working behind the scenes and doing stuff and knowing who we do know, I mean, you could you could just walk in a room. I mean, you could be playing a song that you got on Spotify. Coi Leray walks in the room and goes live and says, "Oh, this you, Big A," boom, boom. And then that record becomes a hit record. So I agree. Yes, there is marketing this, but and there is a setup into how things go. But we in a different day and age, man. So I want to send this out to everybody to know: do not get in your own way. Do not feel like, hey, I don't have this. I don't have these millions of dollars. I don't have this marketing team. I don't have. All you have to do at this day and age, is be consistent, put the music out. It's going to land in front of who it needs to land in front of. And nothing's old. It's only old to the person who's never heard it. I mean, to the person who's heard it. That already heard it. And obviously, if it's sitting on somebody's hard drive or it's on Spotify and Apple Music and got less than 1,000 views or streams or plays, that means nobody's heard it. So nothing's old anymore unless you predate yourself and name current events and stuff in the song. So put the music out. And when I say put it out, don't get me wrong. A lot of y'all are trash. So don't put your trash out. You leave that for the garbage man. Put it, if the music is good, unanimously amongst people that you playing it for when you're having your hard drive battles and your auxiliary battles, and you know that I got some, put that music out, man, and just consistently keep dropping, bro. So
that's my thing.
Again,
I'm dropping the song a month right now, man.
Okay. I'm with that. I'm right with you. Whatever you drop, I'm on it. You already know that, man. I'm definitely a fan of the writing. I'm a fan of the creation, your music, your artistry, everything, bro. So you got my support.
Vice versa.
Thanks.
I need a chop joint.
Oh yeah, we going in. We doing something similar. Chop Diesel is back in the lab. We working on the beats. We dropping songs every month. We're gonna try to get it to every 2 weeks, but right now we doing one a month, and we just dropping songs, visuals, and content. And a shameless plug, we got a joint coming out with Alexis Renee, one at a time, produced by yours truly. So that'll be out here by the time this drop. You know what I mean? And that's what it is. But on another note, as a songwriter, we need to, we got up and coming songwriters trying to get into it. On that side, can you explain to people the kind of the process? Because a lot of people don't understand and how that really works. Being a songwriter, how do you get paid, and whether advances, publishing, royalties. Like, can you kind of give us a little insight on people that's trying to become a songwriter?
Best way to get paid good money in songwriting is building leverage. Don't take a pub deal too soon. Make sure you can stall out. You know what I'm saying? But everything starts with paperwork. You know what I'm saying? You got to know your paperwork. You got to understand, hey, man, if this many people is involved with the song, don't think that because you wrote 85% of the song, you're going to get 85% of the song or 42.5%.
Yeah.
Nah, that ain't how this work, bro. You know what I'm saying? You're going to take a few blows, pause in the beginning, in order for you to get your leverage up. But when your leverage is up, that's when you're gonna start seeing them commas come at you. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're here for. We're here for them commas, my boy. You know what I'm saying? So it's like just play humble, Do your humble thing, because lack of humility will get you out of the game sooner than anything.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So just play your role. Understand? Boom. Okay. I'm a guppy right now. You're a guppy right now, but you got shark talent. You got killer whale talent. But at a point in time, that killer whale was a baby. So understand, when you get into songwriting, you're a baby at first, and then once you get your first placement, you understand it take a year. Take a year after release
Mm-hmm.
for you to get paid. It's not a just because the producer got a 5,000 for the beat or a 25,000 for the beat that you got your hand out. Nah, buddy, that ain't how it worked. They that's the hardest. You know what I'm saying? We are the toilet seat to the music industry, because they you dig what I'm saying? Because we get paid last, and in the songs that y'all jamming to wouldn't even exist if it wasn't for the songwriters. Don't get me wrong, not to discredit no artist that gets help from songwriters, not to discredit that, but we in them rooms because we have the talent to create a product that's gonna sell like that Blue Magic.
That's a fact.
Dig what I'm saying? Or we have the talent to make sure that album track list is complete when this song come on, because it fits the project.
Yes,
If
sir.
it ain't single, that's cool. If it's an album filler, that's cool. But that filler will still be some people's favorite song.
Exactly.
But just understand, everything takes time and takes patience when it comes to being a songwriter, man. You really have to understand and be patient and diligent and dedicated. If you ain't gonna be dedicated to it, then you need not do it, because you're gonna get tired. You're gonna get tired of it. As soon as you go to 4 writing camps and not and you go to 4 writing camps, and you there for 4 days. Say it's a writing camp in town for, let's just say, like a artist like a Cardi B, because they only do writing camps for big artists. So it's like, you got to understand that your writing that you doing for this artist is 10,000 other people doing it.
Exactly.
Because in these writing camps, it's 5 writers to a room, 4 producers. So you imagine, if it's 5 rooms in that studio, that's fucking 45 people in there trying to get on the record.
And that's just in one location. You got that going on in LA, Miami, you know what I mean? Simultaneously.
At the end of the day, you battling in a cesspool of talent.
Yeah.
Because folks ain't in these rooms because they not talented. They in these rooms because they talented.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying? So boom. So what was I getting at? So you go to a writing camp, and you're there 4 days out the week, and you write probably 40 songs. Let's just be dramatic and say 40 songs. Let's be minimal and say 20 songs, because that's minimal. That's 5 joints a day. That's 20 songs in that 1 week. And then you're doing 4 more writing camps, so that's 80 songs.
Ooh.
Out of them 80 songs, bro, the A&R heard 4 of them.
Y'all hear this? Okay.
And it's not, and Chopper tell you, it's not cap.
100%. 100%.
It's really how it goes, bro. And they there. You gotta feed yourself in some camps, depending on what kind of artist it is.
Mm-hmm.
You got transportation.
Yep.
If you have a job, you got to take off work.
Yep.
Engineer, I gotta cancel sessions because I'm like, bro, I gotta go do this camp. Because you're going into every camp with faith that you gonna get something that's gonna make it.
Yeah, that's a fact. And also, the key to all of this that he's saying, you're not getting paid to do all of this. This is all out of your pocket and your expense to do this, right? Exactly. And we're not saying this to discourage anybody. We just letting you have a realistic expectation of what actually goes on, because there's a lot of delusion that goes on when you're on the outside and not internally within the music business and know how things work and run. So it's just giving you more information, not to scare you away from being a writer or participating in that, but just letting you have a real awakening of this is what it really is. So you have a better way to go in and attack it and find a strategy that works better for you. Like, I don't necessarily agree with the writing camp concept. I understand why they do it, and it's great for the artist. But for the writer, somebody coming up, the producer coming up, like you just said, the competition is already thick, period, to get on these albums and these records. So you have to just be smart if you're gonna go about it. Like you said, you're part of a collective that works with artists already. So you can bypass a lot of BS. You know what I mean? So that's another thing. Really try to figure out some strategies if you're gonna go about it, but you need to know what you're facing to be able to figure out a strategy.
That's why I'm telling you.
Leave your mark in every room, man, because
Yes, sir.
I ain't gonna lie, as a writer, one of my biggest accomplishments was being able to write for the top tier writers because I'm that hard. Like they saying, "Oh, this nigga hard. I need you to write me something."
Eric Bellinger. I was just about to say that.
He's already a big deal. He's already a huge writer. You know what I'm saying? He don't need no writer. But he heard me and said, "Oh, bro, hard."
Facts.
So that's one of the highlight moments of my writing so far.
I was just getting ready to ask you what I asked this question to all my guests, man. What's your best studio experience and what was your worst studio experience, if you don't mind sharing? You don't have to name the names on the worst because like we working, we active, we trying to keep working. So I know you want to throw nobody under the bus, but if you can, or if there has been a worse or bad experience. But your best and your worst. 2-part question.
I'm gonna go here. Now, don't let the sad part of this story detour the fact that it was still a messed up experience because it's a sad part in it because it was a writing camp and this was the worst. And I can say that the worst experience was when we in the studio writing, jamming, and it was a female artist, and we got smashes, and then the female artists come in the studio to listen to the songs, and they just low energy in their phone, not caring about nothing, just there, right? And then in the middle of me playing the engineer playing the music back, and the CEO of the label being there to play the records for the artist, and the CEO into it like, "Why this gonna go crazy?" And then the artist sitting there like, you can tell she going through something because she in her feelings or she upset about something, but she like, I gotta be at the studio because I did what I do.
No doubt.
But then in the middle of that happening, I get the news that my best friend passed away. Mind you, I'm in California and this is happening in Atlanta. So I'm in the studio like ready to snap on her because now I need to take my frustration out
on somebody. Yeah.
But I'm just sitting there and like, okay. But so that was the worst.
Okay. Yeah, I could see that.
The best, man, can I think about the best?
Well, one of the best. I mean, you're working with some great people, so I'm sure you got a lot of good moments and good times in the studio. So, I mean, one.
What's always the best for me? What's always the best is when I'm in a room full of people that I believe are more talented than me in the songwriting field, and I'm the highlight of the room.
Y'all hear that?
You know what I'm saying? Like that's always the best feeling in the world because as a human, period, you sleep on yourself more than anybody.
Yeah. Second guess and question yourself.
So exactly. You want to know if you're worthy of doing certain things that you're doing, but you're doing them. So how are you not?
Facts.
It's a natural human mind.
You know
what I'm saying, but boom. So that's I can say that's always the best feeling.
Okay. And so we talk about the experiences. We talk about being in the studio. And I know amongst producers, there's a lot of collaborating, songwriters as well. How do you feel about it? What's your stance on it as far as collab? I know not just collaborating with the artist, but when you look at a Kanye West record or certain records, and they got Nicki Minaj, and you see 17 writers and all that kind of. What's your take on that? How do you feel about that?
My limit usually be 5.
Damn, you got a better limit than me. But go ahead.
That's producers and writers.
Yeah. Okay. Got you.
Saying so because it is a lot of collabing. Like my boy Cheese Beats, he collab with my boy Go Grizz a lot, and Mari like, and them folks is, and they make good records together. Like they just did the Nicki Minaj Ruby Red joint. So boom. So I don't never mind that. But then on the writing side, I'd be like, bro, if I'm gonna be in a room with 4 other writers, you kind of don't invite me to the set.
I got you. I got you.
Artists, because if you're writing for a big enough artist, they gonna demand.
They gonna want a piece. Yeah,
they gonna demand.
Yeah.
They gonna demand a certain percentage.
Yeah, that's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? I done had plenty of quarrels over song percentages that I've gotten over songs that I know I wrote majority of.
Mm-hmm.
And I take it to the chin, pause, because that's just tight. I'm like, hey, bro, let's get the record out, bro, because again, I'm building leverage. I still need to build leverage. Like, even though to some what I've done is big, it ain't big to me because it ain't the biggest. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So boom. So I ain't opposed to collaborating because I be needing help.
Got you.
I be needing help with the songwriting, so I ain't opposed to it. But 5 is my limit.
Got you. All right. And so what's your method? Like, how do you as writers? I mean, even with producers, we kind of pulling things out of nowhere sometimes. You gotta like, what's your method with like writing a song? Like, how do you just sit down, you hear a beat, it makes you write something, or can you just write a song without no beat? Like, how do you go about it?
Both ways. If I hear a beat within 10 seconds of hearing the beat, I'm gonna have something. If it talk to me. If I'm riding in the car with no music, I usually ride in the car with no music on.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
And I'll just think of stuff. And then once I think of stuff, I go straight to YouTube and look for type of beat.
That fits that.
Yep. Makes sense. That's it. But whenever I'm writing with an artist, I interview them. Like I said, I do an interview, talk to them, like, what's going on in your life right now, what you feel like you want to speak about more in your music, type of situation, and then we go from
there. Okay, man. I mean, I done dug into your business enough. You know what I mean? So, man, if you want, just let everybody know out there how they can reach out to you. If they need you for writing services, they need you for features, they need you for anything music related. How can they reach out to you?
DM me, y'all can email me, y'all can follow me at Big A Prado, BIGAPRADO. Y'all can email me at Big A Prado Music, BIGAPRADO MUSIC at gmail.com. I'm always ready to talk, man. Just make sure you have a budget in place.
There you go. And let them know what you got going on right now, what you're doing.
I just got more music, more content, more everything. More of everything. That's it for real. I ain't got too much going on right now. Monster Truck by Gabi Sklar is out.
Okay.
I wrote on that. That's a pop joint. She did a rap on it. I helped with the rap part. But that's it, man. Every month look for a song from me on the 24th.
That's what it is, y'all. So we wrapping up another episode of Check the Credits podcast. We want to thank my boy Big A Prado for stopping through and chopping it up with us and letting us know what we got going on. And we need y'all to do one thing consistently. Do not forget to check the credits, y'all. We out. Peace.
Check the credits.